weave, bob, weave. Chin shot, they put him right to sleep. Bob, weave, bob, weave. Body shot, they put him right to sleep.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Sandman Ringside. I'm Amy Lynn Elliott. Today we're going to guide you on a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Sandman. We will talk to James Quinn, the writer, one of the producers, and lead actor playing Grady Sanders. We'll also hear from Jillian O'Neill, who plays Paige Sanders, wife of Grady. And we will talk to Jose Caraballo, who plays the Puerto Rican prince and is also one of the film's producers. So, are you ready to trade punches with the Sandman? Well then, it's time to dream.
Wake up to push-ups, diet to cook-ups. Walk through my house, shadow boxing and slip punch. Run through my lunch breaks, chin-ups, don't do lunch.
I'm Jillian O'Neill, and I played the role of Paige in The Sandman. There was something very exciting about this role for me because it was very relatable for a human experience. The story really takes place between a husband and a wife, dreams, goals, aspirations, struggles. And I think that that's really what everybody goes through. A lot of Hollywood movies show life in a different way. This story really just goes to the heart of a true family, still trying and desiring to get everything that they want out of life, but the bills need to be paid. And that is something that really just spoke to my heart about this story. And to see that his dream, he just never wanted to stop and give it up. Her character is supportive. She is a mom, she is a loyal wife, but she also has been there from the beginning through everything that he's ever dreamt of doing. So this new goal of his is something that she's already been through in the past. She gave everything to sacrifice for it, and so she's a little hesitant now. It's not that she doesn't love him, she loves him more than anything, but to have him go forward and do this dream again when the family could end up in crisis financially from it, it's just a real story. And it's nice to see that this is told in such a human way.
Another shut-off notice. That's 2 this week. And the bank is breathing down our back every single day about the house. What are we going to do? We can't refinance. How many jobs do we actually even need? It's just never enough.
I've had the pleasure with working with James for a lot of projects, and working together on this film was something very nice and unique for us because although we have been director-actor, actor-producer, we've actually never been in a movie together acting. So when we got to actually do this scene together after so many years working together, it was really awesome to have that chance to do that together. So that was a really fun moment for me during this process.
I lost that boxing championship 10 years ago because of head trauma, not because I wasn't ready. And I lost that election last year because someone else said so. Someone whose ego is much bigger than his brain.
For myself, relating to this character, it was pretty easy actually. In my life, there have been many goals and dreams that I have strived for, and I put myself and my family sometimes in financial jeopardy in doing that, taking that risk, going for it. Just not uncalculated, but saying, I have to do this. There is no other option for me than having to go after my dream. So for my character, I was able to see Grady's point of view completely. I also saw Paige as being very grounded and wanting to keep that family together. So it was an interesting perspective to take it where from I'm a dreamer to play Paige, who was trying to keep everybody grounded. And I really relate to that. Taking those chances and taking those risks when you do have everything to lose, it's, I think, just something that it's in a person. You have to do it.
Hi, I'm Jose Carvalho. I'm sitting here live at the Ray Schaefer Boxing Association. We were just finishing up on filming some things with James Quinn on the new film, the new short film, The Sandman. It's exciting. There's many other great actors and actresses involved. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that. Let's start with how this all came together. James is great, up and coming in this industry. His whole crew is solid. It's a good thing. They came to me and they asked me if I wanted to be a part of something that was going to turn out pretty big. So I said, yeah, sure. What is it? Ended up being this short film. It's live, authentic boxing. it touches you live. We wanted to get in there and we wanted to work and bring the authentic fight knowledge that we have. We wanted to bring that live to you. So that's what we tried to do with that. We have Eddie Holiday, who plays another fighter in there. We have many great people in this. It was fun. It was. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to something big coming out of this. It's a short film, but we're hoping for a feature, and I'm glad to be part of it. So what had got me interested in the Sandman? I would say it had to do with a lot of my career in boxing. You know, I have a love for boxing. I always have since I was a kid. But I think, you know, I was in the feature film Southpaw, and I got to work with Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, Curtis Jackson, Forrest Whitaker, Rachel McAdams, Miguel Gomez, Rita Ora, a lot of great actors and actresses. But the director, he's great and one of a kind, Antoine Fuqua. He asked for something in the boxing scenes that we had performed in Southpaw, and he asked for authenticity. You know, Jake Gyllenhaal, we worked together for many months on end there. He took real punches. There was sometimes punches got through, but that's what Antoine wanted. Not necessarily to see a fight or to see Jake take a punch, but it happened and it was real. It just gave more of a real feeling, and Jake wanted that, accepted that, and that's when I seen with James Quinn when he was asking us about this part of the film, these particular scenes. And we went for the same thing, something that the great Antoine Fuqua wanted, reality. We wanted to bring you something real, something that you can feel, and that's what we try to do. You know what? Some of the sparring that we did preparing, well, you know what? We just got in there and we actually did it. We went to work, and some of the punches you'll see in there and you'll hear are pretty real. Some of them got through, and we kept it going, but that was what we wanted to do. We chose that as actors. We wanted to bring a piece of life to the camera, and that's what we did, you know. So we went in there and we threw it out a little bit. With Sandman and Southpaw, some of the things that tied in and tied me into both of them equally was the reality of it. They wanted real fighters, both of them. Antoine Fuqua, James Quinn, they wanted real fighters. They got real fighters. They wanted the authenticity through the trainers. They got real trainers. They got a real gym. They got a real ring where world champions fought in. I mean, everything that you're looking at here is what you want brought to you in a movie, the closest to reality you can come. You know, we wanted to bring it in with authentic fighting, old school atmosphere, real gym, real punches back and forth. You know, we didn't connect as hard as we could or we have in the past, but it's working, and we just wanted to bring it to life.
Making his long-awaited return to the ring, Grady, the Sandman Sanders!
James Quinn, I'm the writer, one of the producers, and I played the lead character of Grady Sanders in Sandman. Sandman's been a story I've wanted to get to for some time. Long story short, taking you back in time a little bit, I did get to do some amateur boxing as a young youth and into my teenage years a little bit, and so to be able to go back there, I mean, they say you can't travel through time, but in film anything's possible. So we got to go back in time a little bit. I get to relive a little portion of my own life. Then there's also into this story you go a little deeper. That's why Sandman's a kind of a personal piece to me. You see the man that's used to be in the ring, that's been down on his luck, went into the union politics, got himself blackballed for going against a corrupt office, and so now he finds himself in the vicarious position of, how do I save my home? How do I take care of my family now? And so, and a lot of that were from things that were based off my own life experiences. So it's a lot easier to write when these are things that you live through. Obviously, we fabricated some of the story to make, obviously a little more interesting, but inevitably, I think we gave one hell of a story, and to be able to go back and live that, and to live through all the authenticism that we did as far as our characters and the real boxing situations that we found ourselves in, coming to Jose's gym and actually getting in the ring and going back and doing that again. And I got to remember real quick, when you start taking shots again, exactly where you were back then. And so it wakes you up and it takes you back to that place again. And so that was real and that was fun. And I think that's going to be conveyed on camera because we were able to go back and do it right. And so this is something that interesting that we're bringing to the table. Yes, it's a short film right now, but we got places we want to go. We want to make a feature film later. You know, there's the potential sequels, but we want to see how people take to this first, and we think they're going to take really well to it. So we're really excited because it's a short film that has, and I've said this before to other people, it has the feel of a feature. And it has a strong feel of a feature, from everything, from the acting to the crew to the music. The music is beautiful. It's somewhat reminiscent. Some of the pieces you'll think of Warrior. We also have a rap artist who came up with a theme song for Sandman that is just outrageously wonderful. He got the script, he turned around in a week's time and gave us a theme song that is just really kick-ass, and I think everybody's going to like. You're going to hear it throughout the film, you're going to hear it in the end credits, and it's something that we really want people to resonate with, so that when they see the feature film later, this is Sandman. So whenever you hear this song in the future, everybody will be able to look at that and say and associate that with Sandman. So it brings this film to life even more. Having the right music and cinematography, locations, actors, crews that we did. I mean, I can't thank everyone enough. This has been one hell of a piece. Very personal to me, but also definitely a piece that I feel is very professional and will give off that authentic look we need.
Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed this brief glimpse into the world of Sandman. Once again, I'm Amy Lynn Elliott, and this has been Sandman Ringside, reminding you that dreams could be your gateway to success. Good night, everyone.